Good evening, Bhante and all Kalyana Mitra Namo Buddhaya and Sukhi Hontu. I'm Aliana and welcome to TRV Friday Sutta discussion by Bhante Dr. Ganggodawila Chandima. Tonight class is the day 141 of Sutta discussion class, the third class of Dīghajāṇu Sutta with topic the accomplishment of protection or vigilance or ārakkhasampadā. Dīghajāṇu Sutta is the 14th sutta that have been chosen by Bhante Chandima for this sutta discussion. In previous classes, Bhante has discussed about Manggala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, Metta Sutta, Sigalowada Sutta, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Sabbasawa Sutta, Patakama Sutta, Patama Samajivi Sutta, Alawaka Sutta, Dajaga Sutta, Girimananda Sutta, Chulakama Vibhanga Sutta, and Chunda Sutta, which Bhante has elaborated those sutta in depth. For those who have missed our previous classes, please check on Ti-Ratana Vihara Ārakkhasampadā Clan's Facebook page and YouTube channel. We have uploaded the previous classes there. We are always welcoming newcomers, therefore, please share around about this class to other friends and family members so that whoever that wish to join the class via Zoom, where we can engage directly with Bhante, can contact the Vihara through TRV Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. Or you can join the class from Ti-Ratana Vihara Facebook channel, where we broadcast the Sutta class live on every Friday evening from 8:30 p.m. till 10 p.m. Kuala Lumpur time. Now let me introduce to you about our speaker, Bhante Dr. Ganggodawila Chandima, who is the Associate Editor of the Journal of International Buddhist Studies, or JIBS, which is published by the Buddhist Research Institute of Mahachulalongkorn Raja Vidyalaya University in Thailand. Bhante was previously a research fellow at the Center for Studies in Religion and Society, or CSRS, at University of Victoria, Canada. Bhante Dr. Chandima was also Theravada Buddhist chaplain at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada, from year 2012 till 2016. Recently, Bhante Chandima has joined Ateneo de Manila University in Philippines as Assistant Professor of Buddhist Philosophy. Bhante is also the Senior Advisor of Patisota, a virtual Dhamma organization that hosts a weekly online Pali reading class, Sutta discussion, Dhamma talks, and a variety of other Dhamma activities. His Dhamma work can be accessed at www.patisota.blogspot.com, and you also can follow Bhante at Patisota Facebook account. Without further ado, we welcome once again Bhante, and as always, thank you very much and for the wonderful guidance and teaching. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Aliana. Good evening, Dhamma friends. Welcome back. Last Sunday, we had a one-day retreat. I hear my voice back again, echoing from where? Okay, so last Sunday, we had a one-day retreat with most of you, gathering at Ti-Ratana Vihara, Ārakkhasampadā. And we were discussing and we were having Dhamma discussion and then meditation on compassion. So I usually suggest that this retreat, which is happening every year for the most part, is also part of our Sutta discussion. Because it's not that you come to the Sutta discussion one day and then come back again, plug back next Friday. So then this is something continuing. So I think we have, with last Sunday's retreat, we have done 4 retreats altogether. So we done Metta retreat last year, and then this year, this July, Karma retreat, and before that we had wise attention, Yoniso Manasikara retreat. And then the first one was, I think, Sacred Post that happened in 2023. So this is how we've been doing. So of course, we plan to do Mudita retreat somewhere next year. So we'll see how that goes as well. So before we get started today's Sutta discussion, let's pay respect to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Right. Today we have Aliana. Do we have Lim here? Should be.
Yeah.
Okay, you are here. See, just uttering one word of your name, you just come. And then Kim, Margaret, Melinda, Kelvin, Jessica, Cindy, Sumita, TK, Ellen, Leon, Yuan, Margaret Chu, Chu Wang, Wang Hee, Lily, Suzanne, Nai Cheng Jun, Corina Oi, Brutus Wu, Hema, Jichko, and Katie. I think some others might join as we proceed. So, you know that we started our new sutta a few weeks ago. What is the new sutta's name? May I ask you?
Dīghajāṇu Sutta Bhante.
Dīghajāṇu Sutta. Dīghajāṇu means? Janu means?
Knee.
Knee.
Long knee.
Long knee.
Digha means long knee. So, who has the long knee here? Don't look at each other. Huh? I'm not asking to find out the long knee out of you. Long knee means someone here called Dīghajāṇu. There's a young man called Dīghajāṇu. He is the one who approached the Buddha. So he had another name. What was the other name he was being used by others, especially the Buddha. The Buddha used that name for him. Vyaggapajja. Vyaggapajja means?
Tiger's puff. Tiger's puff.
So how to understand Vyaggapajja here? Pajja means road, Vyagga or footprints. Vyagga means tiger, right? So it is said that most of the ancestors were born on a road which had a lot of tiger footprints. Definitely a village which had some tigers in India. So that's why he was called Vyaggapajja. Normally we understand that we don't like to call people by nicknames. Huh? Would you like to call people by nicknames? Not nice all the time, right? I mean, you overheard somebody saying that someone has a long nose and you're calling, hey, how are you? Long nose man, which is not a nice thing. And then maybe because in today's world, this is kind of discrimination to use, to understand, call people, looking at their body, different things about the body. Perhaps Buddha went on by the usage which other people use, but of course he didn't want to use in a language that can insult other people. If you look at a lot of names in the suttas and in the life of the Buddha, we see that there are a lot of nicknames, right? Can you tell me another nickname that you found out in your own research, in your own Dhamma search? Dīghajāṇu is one, and then what else?
Anathapindika.
Anathapindika. Anathapindika
Angulimala.
means, yeah, Angulimala is one. Anathapindika means Anatha, hopeless, right? Hopeless. Hopeless. Anatha means hope, support to Anatha, supportless. Pindika, Pinda, Pinda.
Almsgiver.
What does Pinda mean? Morsel. Yeah, the literal meaning of Pinda means morsel. Like you, maybe at that time people might not have used spoons that much. So this could be the amount of food that one is using to put in one's mouth. So the one who was distributing morsels of food among the hopeless, supportless people. Angulimala, this nickname was used in a very, in a pejorative way. That was to say that someone who is creating a garland out of Anguli means fingers,
Yes.
right? Angulimala. So what we understand here is that there were a lot of nicknames that were used by many at that time. So in the same way we understand Vyagapada. So in this Dīghajāṇu Sutta, what we understand is that Dīghajāṇu, young man Dīghajāṇu Vyagapada, approached the Buddha and asked the Buddha a question. At the same time, he asked that we are very busy in our life and we are juggling with our household life, and we are wearing branded things, right? And then we want to know something that is good for us. So that means he alerted to the Buddha that we don't want to listen to a talk about Nibbana, enlightenment in the first place. And he and his people wanted to know something really interesting, insightful, and supportive for this lay life, especially for a normal lay person, right? There, the Buddha said there are 4 things that you need to accomplish in order to succeed in this life, and there are 4 other things you need to do in order to succeed in your next life. So there are 8 things you have to do. So how many things you've been doing so far? Are you still trying to do, or have you already done some research about? So we have done the first one, ārakkhasampadā already. ārakkhasampadā means enthusiasm,
Energetic.
energetics.
Energy.
I would say, we all have energy. Right? Nobody has no energy. I mean, we can say the problem is energy is going up and down, morning to evening.
Driving.
Striving. But the thing is that striving and energetic striving, or any other word that is used for ārakkhasampadā, has to be understood in a way that we believe everybody has energy. We all have energy. But the problem is energies are fluctuating, right? And if you bring kusala, akusala energy, they are always fluctuating. Why? Is it because we don't have knowledge? No. Is it because we might not know what to do in times of crisis, in times of expectation, sometimes in times of uncertainty, right? Uncertainty, crisis, and all that. So that's why the Buddha says, if the life is uncertain for the most part, then if we have the right attitude to the uncertainties, crisis, then we should be able to be happy during those times, right? So the first one is ārakkhasampadā. Today we are going to look at the second accomplishment that every layperson has to have. What's the second accomplishment? Ārakkhasampadā. What is it? Ārakkhasampadā.
Action.
Ārakkhasampadā means ārakkha. Ārakkha means safety.
Protection.
Yeah, safety.
Protection.
Yeah, ārakkha simply means safety.
Safety.
Yeah, safety. Now we have to find out what kind of safety is taught by the Buddha here. So let's go to the text verse. So, and let's also find out somebody to read Pali. Interesting. Okay, this is the part here. Okay, this part. So in Pali, call it from here. So who would like to read this part? Atamacha Vagapajja. Yeah, this part. This raise your virtual hand if you would like to read. Sumita, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, Bhante.
Yeah, good evening. Please go ahead.
Katama cha bhagya paja ārakkhasampadā ida bhyaga paja kula putasa boga honti utana viriyadi gata bahabalaparichita sedavakita dhammika dhammalada te arakkena gutiya
Ārakkena. Ārakkena.
ārakkena gutiya sampadeti kinti me ime bhoge neva rajano hareyum na chora hareyum na agi daheya na udakam vaheya na apiya dayada hareyunti ayam vucchati bhyaga paja ārakkhasampadā.
Okay, great.
Thank
So
you.
what are we going to look at here is that ārakkhasampadā, you can see on the other hand, they have translated as protection, vigilance, but we could say, yes, I mean, the bigger sense, it is protection or safety. What Vyaggapaja? So normally in Pali, Vyaggapaja, the VY, it can become beer, like Vyapada sometimes, like kind of a letter change. So what is the accomplishment of protection? With regard to what kind of things should a layperson be concerned about the protection? Ita Vyaggapaja Kulaputassa Bhoga Honti. Now, you can see over here, it is when a layperson owns legitimate wealth. Why is it called as legitimate wealth? Let's talk about legitimate wealth. Can a layperson own non-legitimate wealth?
Ma'ajibo, right livelihood.
Yes. So what is the non-legitimate wealth over here? Because we have to find out, because some people are thinking, okay, I bribe and I do gambling and I make money and I offer to the Sangha, I make a temple. From the temple wise, they be happy to take the donation because it's a lot of money. But the thing is that, what is the issue here? What could be the issue? Why the Buddha is saying that legitimate wealth, ethical money, before he describes the rest?
Not clean money.
That means clean money is important with regard to dana activities. If it is not clean money, that means somebody's adinadana money, stolen money, adinadana money. So somebody broke the second precept and then went on to a Robin Hood concept of, amassing wealth and want to give back. That is not the Buddhist way, right? Because Buddhism does not look at things from the surface value for the most part. Buddhism always asks people to look at your what you call intention, volition part, right? So that is very important. Because Buddhism is all about volition. Karma is being generated depending on how that person earns money. But we understand it might be difficult to find out a job that is purely ethical. Right? You see the company culture, industrial world, corporate world, maybe other areas of the world. It might be difficult, but at least if you understand that I am trying to make a living out of ethical ways, that is happiness. That is where you're going to protect. So that means, think about, if you have stolen money, would you think it is easy to take care of stolen money? Now we are talking about protection accomplishment. That means only when you have the ethical money, you can protect that money. If you have unethical money, you are always very very scared somebody will come and get you, take your money, and then the government will keep an eye on you. Tax department will chase you, follow you, right? What else? When someone has stolen money, other thieves are also going to take your money too. It's kind of a war between, it's like, think about drug business, right? These drug cartels, they have, they don't like one drug cartel to go over them, right? So stolen money has a lot of issues with regard to life-threatening issues as well. That's why the Buddha says, try to make a living out of ethical aspect. Try your level best, right? And you know how you have earned money so far. If you are in your senior time now, you know how you earn money in the last 20, 30, 40 years. If you are still earning money, you know how you are earning money, right? It's not like somebody is working for a tobacco company and saying, no, we are good money, because we put a disclaimer, smoking create heart problem. So we are good now. So people who are going to buy packet of cigarettes, they know that this creates problem. But if they want to buy, you may go ahead and buy. But we are clean at this point. It's not that way, right? So we are trying to look at it as an important part of our spiritual life. Try to create ethical money. Legitimate money is very, very important. Now, the thing is that when you have the legitimate money, then you are going to protect that wealth and money. This is what ārakkhasampadā is now trying to say. Now, the Buddha is also trying to tell us, how can someone create ethical money wealth? Let's see. Okay, here you can see Uttana Viryādigata, number 1. Baha Bala Parjita, number 2. Seda Vakkita, number 3. Dhammika or Dhammalat. So there are 5 things involved with regard to this legitimate money earning, legitimate wealth earning. Number 1, Utthana Viriya Adhigata. Adhigata means established with, or maybe occupied with. What kind of energy? Viriya means energy. Utthana means, you can say, now these translations go different ways. Utthana means, now we go back to our first accomplishment. How did we talk about it? Utthana means, so you have created wealth by initiating the effort. You have created the wealth through efforts which you have initiated in your own way. Because during the Buddha's time, we don't find out that he is talking about the government service, because the whole government was governed by the king, right? So unless we talk about the Vajji state, the Vajji state, right? The only democratic state during the Buddha's time. Lichavi, right? Lichavi state called Vajji. Except the Vajji state, most of the other states used this autocratic king-based systems. So then what happened was that the Buddha hardly mentions about government service, especially with regard to these activities. So that means, for the most part, these householders had their own businesses. That's why Uttana Viryādigata is coming up for the most part. I mean, everyone has to become their own entrepreneur and then start their own activity. Uttana Viryādigata. Number 2 is Baha Bala Parjita. Baha Bala Parjita. What is Baha? Hands, huh? Baha Bala Parjita. Parjita means practice. Baha Bala. What kind of practice? Built up with his own hands. That means using one's own hands. Now, with regard to the modern world, we know there are people who might not be using hands that much with regard to work, right? They might be using a computer or maybe some other platforms. But at that time, most of the people had to work with their hands. Baha bala parjita. Then, not even that. The third one is Seda Vakkita. Seda means Seda?
Teda is sweat.
Sweat. Sweat. That means this is also something like hardworking people during the Buddha's time. That means with regard to earning righteous money, righteous wealth, one should have sweated a lot. Of course, they were not working from air-conditioned rooms at that time. So the Buddha had to use this word, Seda Vakkita. Now, through one's own efforts, using one's own hands, and then sweating out of that work, now what happens? Dhammika. Dhammika means? What is
Righteous.
Dhammika?
Righteous.
Righteous and
Just.
Dhammaladda. Received through those righteous activities. Through righteousness and received through that righteousness. So Dhammaladda is very important. So how do you call the wrong money, wrong wealth here? How to call that? Adhammaladda. Received through unrighteousness. Not dhammika, adhammika, adhammaladda. May I know what are the adhamma work in today's world? Unrighteous work people do to make money. May I know from you? You may know better than me. So
Black
I might
money.
learn from you.
Black money.
Money laundering.
Money.
Money laundering is one thing. This is happening, right? And then, yeah, black money is the money that people are making out of all this. I'm asking what are the ways people are making money laundering is one thing. They want to purify the money. And then, what else?
Online gambling.
Gambling.
Pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme.
Pyramid scheme, policy schemes.
Corruption. Scam. Corruption.
Corruption, that means which includes, what are the things including corruption? Bribery.
Yeah.
And then what are
Bribery.
the other forms of corruption? Bribery is one thing. And then what are the other things that are included in the corruption? Is it only bribery?
Threatening.
Huh?
Blackmail.
Threatening, Bhante.
Blackmail.
Yeah,
Blackmail.
blackmail.
Blackmail. Okay. And then
Kidnapping.
kidnapping, ransom. Ransom. Looking for
Ransom.
ransom. Okay. Huh?
Scamming.
Scamming.
Scam the people.
Yeah, scamming. Because
Robbery.
you all are on internet 24 hours. So they also want like 24 hours. Find out somebody. And then
Robbery.
robbery.
Mm.
Okay. But now it has come down to different other ways to do it, right? Robbery has come down to online theft, maybe identity theft. And what are the other forms of unrighteous money people are making? It is good to know, right? So then you can take care of yourself.
Trafficking.
Bhante can we say drugs also? Drugs, selling drugs.
Drug selling. For people who want to, be
Human
rich in
trafficking.
one night. Yes.
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking. Human smuggling, human trafficking.
Bhante, the loan shark lending money at exorbitant interest.
Loan shark. Yes. Okay. So there are many, right? There are many. So as someone who is learning the Buddha's teachings, you need to know how to face these issues in your own life. Think about, there's a country, 95 people bribing the other people. So you are in that 5% of so-called people who don't do that. So how to survive in that country? It's difficult, right? 95, 96 people they bribe to get things done, right? So that's why Buddhism is talking about now. I mean, every country, how to look at these situations, how to survive among many, because many follow the same thing, right? So it might be very challenging, but as someone who really wants to understand the Buddha's teachings, you are really placing an emphasis about wealth, righteous wealth. Perhaps you might not make a lot of money out of that, but you are happy because you are, whatever the money you have were earned through righteous ways. So now we're going back. This is the wealth that someone has acquired to protect. Now, what he's supposed to do in terms of getting the ārakkhasampadā here? You can see ārakkhasampadā. Ārakkhasampadā should be channeled, directed towards what do you call? This money, wealth. That means Uttana Viriyādigata, Baha Balaparchita, Sedavakkita, Dhammika, Dhammala. Now, te ārakkhena guttiya sampadeti. Now, as a layperson, when you have that kind of righteous wealth, you are supposed to do two things. One is ārakkhena, number two, guttiya. What are these two terms talking about? Ārakkha means
To protect.
just mere protection. Guttiya means
Guard.
guttiya, maintenance.
Maintenance.
Protection and maintenance are two things, right? Sometimes you are trying to overprotect people, but you don't know how to maintain them, right? You are overprotecting the things. And finally, you are losing everything because you are overprotecting those people, right? So, the Buddha says here, when it comes to protecting your wealth, you have to understand how to protect them and how to maintain. Ārakkha means protection. Guttiya means preservation or maintenance, upkeeping. I think we had to talk about this very interesting aspect with regard to the money. What are you doing with regard to your money and wealth? Of course, I think you are trying to protect them, right? What are the things you are doing to protect now? You said unrighteous money is always there. Okay, let's say you have created righteous wealth, good money, righteous good money. Yeah? Some people say, let's do some unrighteous thing because we can get good money out of it. But here, righteous good money, not unrighteous good money. Righteous, you have righteous good money now. May I know what you do to protect that wealth money?
In the bank.
Buy insurance.
Depositing in the bank. That is the oldest, most conservative way. Orthodox way people did that, right? Yes. Actually, a long time ago, very, very long time ago, before the bank system came in, some people even, I mean, when they were alerted, bring the money to the bank. Why should we bring them at the bank? We put it in our houses. So it was very difficult for the banks to bring the money of people into their banks. But anyway, after some time, people got used to it. So one thing is depositing the wealth money into the banks. Okay, this is one thing. Another thing is, what are the other things you are doing to protect your
Buy insurance, Bhante. Household insurance.
Yeah, insurance. Yes.
Bhante, how about investment? Investment?
Insurance.
Investment.
Insurance. Insurances. And?
Investment.
Investments. Okay. What are the investments people do to protect their wealth? What kind of insurance?
Buy unit trust. Unit trust.
Don't mention about the companies. Okay, just share with us the activity you are doing. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, so if you don't remember, we could say investments, insurances, investments, and other things. I mean, I'm asking protection, protection part. Yes. Buying real estate, right? Not keeping the whole money in the bank, and people are going to buy the real estate because in 10 years, more years time, money will be appreciated, right?
Appreciation.
Compared to bringing money into the bank and then looking for the interest in 10 years.
Buy
But
gold.
if you bring the same
Yeah,
money and then invest in
invest
real
in
estate.
gold. Invest in gold.
Yes. So protection part is a very expanded part. Then let me know what do you do to maintain, upkeep, preserve that money. That is another level. Not all protected parts are preserved. Now, I'm trying to say that yes, you are keeping your money safe, but sometimes you are not doing anything out of that money. They are just in the banks. They are just in some places. Those wealth are just stagnated, right? They are not properly established with regard to where they should be actually. That's why Buddha said Guttiya. Ārakkha means protection, protect your money, and Guttiya means you have to maintain that money. Let me know what are the things people can do to maintain their wealth money.
You must prepare will, Bhante.
Wow. Will. See here. Make a will. Why?
Yes.
Why is it? Let's say you are protecting all the wealth money. Suddenly you die. In one night you die one day. What will happen to all the wealth? So other people are trying to start.
To the rightful owner.
Yeah.
You
So
hand
sometimes
over
when
to
you don't have a proper what do you call person for inheritance. So those people who are all eligible, they are fighting each other,
Yes.
for parents' money and everything. So if you don't want your children to fight, you have to plan that in the first place. So actually, this ārakkhasampadā says about inheritance. Make a proper will to the right person. Otherwise, your things will be enjoyed by people who you don't like. But when you die, who cares who is going to enjoy your stuff, right? You're not bringing these things to the next life. So, anyways, that is one thing. Make a will. If the will is not going to work for you now, make a will with right terms and conditions, right? This is one thing. Another thing that you can do to preserve, maintain your wealth. What is another thing that you can do?
Donation
Donations?
to charity.
Pledges, can make pledges to temple and so on. Pledges.
Pledges. That means PAD, pre-authorized debit systems, right? Is it? That means every month, some amount of your money from your bank account goes to the temple.
Yes.
Account.
Yes.
Standing order.
Yeah, pre-authorized debit payments. Okay. So can I know how does it preserve your money? It's going to that place. How is that going to preserve?
Future life, ma. You prepare
you have thought so far, so long, huh? You were thinking only this life. You have thought so long, I think.
Yeah, make some for our future lives. So it's in our name when we are alive. It's better than you depend on people to make in memory of.
Okay. As Sumita says, making a PAT payment to a charity, pre-authorized debit payment. And what else? What are the other things you do?
Buy bonds, bank bonds, Bhante.
Bonds.
Buy bonds.
Bonds.
BOND, is it?
Yeah, bonds. Okay. You mean debentures, huh? Debentures.
Yeah, debentures.
Okay.
Isn't the investment?
Others are very quiet. They are not doing. Looks like they are not doing anything for their money.
Hedging.
Maintain, I think. Yes. What are you doing actually?
Hedging also can.
Hedging. Yes, hedging. Because I'm trying to talk about this Guttiya part. Ārakkha part is very known to everybody. What is Guttiya part? Preserving, maintaining your wealth in the proper way. Okay.
Buy properties, Bhante, buy properties and then
Already
rent it out for rental
wait for appreciation.
and rent it out so that you can pay for your payments, the rents.
Mhm. Yes.
Buy houses. Buy houses.
Yeah, buy
The
houses
house.
that you
Yeah, same thing. We discussed already, and other things that we didn't discuss.
Real estate covered already.
Yeah, we already discussed that part.
Others are not sharing.
Okay.
Others are not sharing.
Maybe they are too scared to share. I mean, their secrets.
Okay,
Please.
Bhante. I
buy
guess
share market, but Bhante, buy shares.
I say, yeah, investment.
One person, one time, please. Yeah, go ahead. Yes. What are the things you do to preserve your wealth? Preserve, not to protect. Protect part is we discussed already. Ārakkhasampadā. Buddhiya.
Barbara, buy shares, not safe.
I think, can I share now, Bhante?
Yeah, please.
I think very important for me is to invest in educations, invest in ourselves to learn more in the field that we want to invest. So to pay for a seminar or a course to really educate myself so that I'm in position to really know how to do and how to invest, like the share market, like the equities. So sometimes there are courses that are really good to education. For me, is investing in myself first in education, then must preserve the capital I have, so that not to lose the money and
ROI.
to preserve how to make the money stretch it, because to put in an FD is only a few percent and the inflation is higher than the FD. So how to money work harder? Investment in property is good unless the property give a good return rather than in the wrong locations. So sometimes they attend a seminar to know and understand the investment in property, where shall it be in a good locations. So end of the day is very important, is not to associate like what the Buddha already say, Manga, don't associate with the fool and the greedy people and the wrong people. They will really take away the wealth away. So
Yes.
I am very careful with the people that I associate when they talk on investment. So the people I find is very important, and my self-education to protect the wealth, to make the money work harder for us. And then having a property
Estate
returning,
management.
rental income is very important for old age. So when we are no more working, we have income from rental. So to me, property rental is important to make sure we have sustained continuous money coming in when we are no more working. So to me, this is how I make sure education, associate the right people. If they are those greedy type or those who are really, taking risk too much beyond my, I stay away from them. And they will come with a lot of investment, good return, all that. I play safe, Bhante. Most important, having rental during our old age. So that's how I preserve that, has extra for needs and extra for investment as well. So I send my children all for education. When they came back from university, first thing I send them to invest them to know how to invest. And don't listen to reminder, you be the investor. And they did well. They're doing well in their own way. Yeah.
Good.
The passive
So,
income.
so the first thing is very important here, because I mean, we are not supposed to do everything from ROI perspective. I mean,
Yeah.
like I engage in something that I need an investment back. I mean, what I'm gonna get out of it. But number one here is that education, especially you need to participate in some of the workshops,
Seminars.
some of the seminars, conferences to enhance your skills. Like you are here, so I mean, every Friday you are coming to improve, brush up your Dhamma knowledge, right? Because when you don't learn new things, what will happen to your knowledge? It will be rusty. You will have the rusty Dhamma knowledge. Your Dhamma knowledge will be rusty. That rusty means oxidized, right?
Yes. Yes.
Actually, this is what is happening to a heart attack person, like their heart become oxidized, right? Then what will happen? The blood flow is not going among the arteries, right? So the Buddha said in one
And
Dhammapada stanza,
yeah, Bhante, I really like in the spiritual study, learning not to be greedy. So the real problem is the greed that comes in, you want more, and it may go wrong, and end up where people lost a lot in the scam because of the greed, I find. So
Yeah.
if we just have, if a spiritual path has guided us, this greed issue, I think I shouldn't be greedy when I look into the investment. Does it give me a safe return and a
yes,
safe?
greed is a setback to your wealth.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you are going to be overly generous, right? Anyway, so let's get back to our Gutya part now. So when you know that there is something that you can learn, be that Dhamma knowledge, be that your career things, it is better that you go and learn it. Not even you need to send your children for the right classes, right? Not that you have money to give to them, right? Because you need wisdom to use the money. Your children need wisdom to use the money, not that they have access to money because you have left a lot of money. So the idea here is that Gutya part, preservation or maybe maintenance of wealth also come from participating in seminars, conferences, certain upgrading classes, educational journeys, right? That is very important. It's not just the money. What about a retreat? You take time off for a retreat, 1 day, 2 day retreat, right? Let's say you go for a 7 day silent meditation retreat. What are you going to get? You might think that just nobody talks to me. 4 a.m. I wake up and 10 o'clock I go to sleep. Nobody talks to me. They don't even smile with me. What's wrong with all these people? I came to meditate here. But later on you understand it was a time that I used nothing. I just try to be in this world, but I understood that I can spend my time without the phones, gadgets, internet, and all these things. I don't have the addiction to check my email, social media all the time. There are people who are like very much addicted to the stuff. Yes, use a phone, but don't be addicted to the phone. Don't be addicted to other things, right? In the same way, use the money, but don't bring greed to the money. Become a millionaire, no problem. But don't be greedy for your millionaire things, right? This is what the Buddha said. And when you learn more things about Buddhism, especially with regard to economy, financial management, what we learn finally is that you may be born as a poor person, as a Buddhist, maybe due to karma, but you cannot die as a poor person, as a Buddhist.
Yes.
Why? Buddha has clearly given us how to balance out, how to create our financial freedom, right? All that. So going back to Gutya part, so investment can come from studying, education, and planning well. So now let's get into our text again over here. Good. So you have to do two things for ārakkhasampadā. Ārakkha means protection part. Gutya means maintenance part. Now there is a certain affirmation a layperson like you may have. Kintime ime bhoga neva rajano hareyo. How can I prevent my wealth, rajano, from being taken by the government? Now here you can take the government. How can I prevent my money from chora, from not being stolen by the the thieves? How can I protect my money from not being burned? Now aggidahe. Now udakam. How can I protect my money from not being taken away by the flood water? This is very interesting, which Sumita said. Now appiya dayada hari. How can I protect my money not being taken by somebody who I don't like to be used, as you can see here? How can I prevent my money wealth from being taken by government rulers, consumed by fire, swept away by flood, or taken by unloud airs? May I know whether we covered this part in another previous sutta? Home revision. Tell me, what was the sutta that we discussed?
Nidhi Sutta, is it the hidden treasure? You have to be very careful.
We haven't done that sutta.
Needed. What needy?
The sutta was done by us. I think many months ago.
Sigalo, is it Sigalo? Sigalo Sutta?
Yeah. Sigalo.
Did we study Dīghajāṇu Sutta?
Responsibilities.
Okay, but we done this exact part from a previous sutta. That is neither Dīghajāṇu nor Sutta.
Previous one? Chunda?
Yeah, one of the previous suttas. Now you will find out it in your own brainstorming. Pattakamma Sutta. Remember? Pattakamma Sutta. Where was it? Somewhere in my back of head, you just found out. Pattakamma Sutta. Right? Yes, in Pattakamma Sutta, we understood that yes, we have to protect our wealth from thieves, from the government, from fire, from water, and from unloved ears. Now let's go back to the first problem. How to protect our wealth from government? What are the problems that can come from government for us? That is not in your best interest.
High tax.
It means they might increase the existing taxes, or they might introduce a new tax. So now what to do? Are we waiting for government to do it, or are we doing things earlier before government implement all these things? What can we do? We have to plan ahead. If you are a good entrepreneur, you know government will come to this point one day. They will tax my money. Well, so I have to invest money before they're going to introduce this new tax bracket, right? So they have to do it. Government has to do it. They have no choice. They want to make some income, right? In their way. We cannot say it is wrong too on their side. So that if you are a good Buddhist, you should know what kind of tax will government be introducing in the next couple of years, right? That is something. So I would say awareness about the government programs with regard to taxing, right? But as a Buddhist, you have to pay tax, right?
Yes.
Did the Buddha say to pay tax? Then I have another question from you from Pattakamma Sutta. How did the Buddha ask you to pay tax? What was the Pali word for that? Oh. The teachings of Sutta studies have gone somewhere. Rajabali. The Buddha asks us to pay tax. So Rajabali. And not even that. So we have to protect our wealth from certain taxing. And the second thing is, after Rajabali, what did Buddha say here? You have to protect. Now these are the setbacks. Chora. Chora means we have to prepare to protect our wealth money from thieves. What kind of thieves are there to take our money?
Bandits, robbers.
We don't have bandits anymore on our roads, highway roads like Angurimalas. But we have online thieves in today's world. They're sending you some links.
Links.
Some impersonating links through your certain social app. So you're gonna click on that. They're saying exactly they found your email, and you have to send your personal information. You're also compassionate, even for a scammer, you're gonna fill up all that right away. In a moment of time, your account is being compromised by the thieves on the other side of the world. So that means as a Buddhist, you have to have a digital awareness nowadays. Your mindfulness has to go beyond normal awareness. It has to go to digital awareness. What is this digital awareness? I could say digital sati. Why? Because now, for the most part, we are using online platforms to get our things done. Right? Now think about before the COVID time. There are many people who went to pay bills through post offices, elderly people. But during the COVID time, they were asked to pay online, right? A lot of people are using online things now to pay. So that means in order for you to be safe on digital platforms, what should you know? You can't depend on other people. You can't depend on your granddaughters, grandsons, or sons or daughters. You have to know how to do it. That is called digital awareness. You have to have some sati about digital awareness. So that's how you're going to take care of yourself from digital scammers, online thieves, right? And other things preventing you from online what do you call
Scammers.
phishing, those phishing wrong links.
Yeah.
Another one is identity
Scammers.
theft. Identity theft. This is a very major crime. There's a lot of identity things online. Your passports, ID cards, credit cards, right? Right. So they say don't pay. They don't pay through unverified websites, right? Use a digital wallet, right? Why are the companies asking us to pay through digital wallets? Why are they not encouraging you to pay through credit cards? When you give your direct credit card, sometimes your credit card might be at a risk. That's why they say you attach your credit card, debit card into a digital wallet, and through the digital wallet you pay. That has more security, right? That's why certain digital platforms are coming to represent our money. So as a Buddhist, you should know these things. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. That's why while we are taking care of your purses, wallets, while you are traveling, at the same time, you have to take care of your online belongings, online possessions nowadays, right? Because that could be a risky area. Not even that. Third one is, what is it? Fire, right? Agi. Agi
Yeah.
means
Fire.
fire. How to protect us from fire? Let me know. What are the problems, fire hazards in today's world?
Didn't switch off the gas stove?
Pardon me?
The gas stove is not being switched off. It just keeps
Gas
running
stove.
on
Okay. Now many new buildings don't allow people to bring gas cylinders, right? They ask to use
Wiring.
electric stove, right? Because one person can mess up the whole building, right? Due to unmindfulness. In a moment of time, the whole building might be in fire. That's why we can't guarantee all these people. So use the electric stoves. Well, that is good for the whole building, maybe 100, 400 apartments. But the idea is this: we have to watch how to protect us from fire hazards, right? That's why sometimes we are thinking, should I light my candle? Or I should buy an electric candle, right? Because should I buy this, what do you call, oil lamp? In a temple, it should be okay, but looking at the larger, broader sense. So anyway, you are going to take care of your things from fire. And what are the other things people do to protect their things from fire? They are buying
Fire insurance. Fire insurance.
fire insurance, definitely. But they are doing some other things too. What are they doing? They are buying very big safety boxes. Steel-made safety boxes. Why? They put things inside those boxes, right?
Fire
So
doors.
the fire does not go to those places. They are putting all the sentimental things into those boxes, right?
They make the fire sprinklers, install fire sprinklers, and then fire safety doors.
Fire safety doors, and also some plans, certain fire emergency plans, exit plans, creating master points, right? This is very important in public places, so people know where to muster, and then they can be. So that's why it's very important in today's world to plan ahead for any upcoming fire hazard, right? This is very important. The Buddha said we have to do it, right? Don't wait until the fire is going to spread, but we are going to get ready for any fire hazards. And then finally, flood, not flood, water. This is what you call udakkhaṇu. See, you can see udakkhaṇu. Udakkhaṇu vaheya. What are the problems that can come to us through water? What are the problems?
Flood.
Flood, this one thing. So what can you do? What
Stay
can you
a
do to
higher
protect?
place, not nearer to the river.
Yeah, see. Yes.
Don't
So,
stay near dam.
Buy
also.
flood, buy
I think
flood.
so. I think there
flood
is a
insurance.
better choice in buying a property.
Location.
Let's say
Yeah.
you know that the area is flooded, then you are going
Yeah.
to be careful with regard to buying a property. Why should I not buy a property
Low
in a
lying.
flood-free place? I have to buy, you are thinking that way, right? That is number one. Number two,
Buy flood insurance for protection. Flood insurance.
flood
Natural
insurance. So that
disaster
means you
they
have
don't
no way to go.
cover.
So I mean,
Yeah.
then buy the flood
Because
insurance.
normal fire policy only cover fire, lightning, and domestic explosion, gas domestic explosion only. Normal fire.
All right. So what are the other things people do to protect them from water issues?
The pipe and water bursting in the house.
Okay. That means, so what can they do?
They have to insure and then also have to check the pipe sometimes it's rusty, it's getting ready to change.
Regular monitoring, lot of plumber work. And then what else? What about someone is using someone is not using city water? They are using water, what are those waters? They are using a certain well. So the government, city government asking to check water every 2-3 months, whether there's arsenic chemicals are being used in that. Yes. So then the people have to check whether this water is contaminated with arsenic or not.
Yeah.
Right? Especially in some places, people are having kidney issues because they are consuming those contaminated water, especially in Sri Lanka, a northern province where you've been to Anuradhapura, that area. A lot of people are having kidney issues because they are using contaminated water.
Yeah.
So this is one thing. And then what are the other setbacks that can come from water?
It have an emergency bag ready to run when there's a flood. Where all your documents and
Emergency plans. What if that you are living nearby a tsunami area, right? Making sure that you are safe, you have the alerts coming up. And then why don't you talk about being able to drink good water? Because nowadays water is a problem.
yeah,
I mean,
filter
tap water is not safe in many places in the world to drink,
water,
right? So mineral water and purified water, and I think water purification is a very big business in today's world because of the chlorine based water. So I think as lay people, you have to know that how to drink pure water, good water, right? It has less chemicals. So that is also one way to protect you from water problems.
Water pollutant.
Right? Polluted water.
Yeah.
And finally, it can come down to your what do you call metabolism as well. How much water should I drink? Right? It can be another problem. Some people don't drink enough water every day, so then they get ended up with some kidney issues, kidney stones. They are eating a lot of spices and other things, salty stuff. So there's no enough water to flush out of those things. That means we also want to know that part to how to protect us from not being sick by consuming the right amount of water. So all these must be considered in order for you to protect from any water hazards. It's not just buying the flood insurance. Right? Okay, and finally, what's the last one? Appiya. Appiya means people you don't like. Dayada harayunti. That means you don't like someone who you don't like to take away your inheritance, right? So that means, as Sumitra said, you have to make a will. If you have property, if you have wealth, if you don't have, what to do, right? If you have wealth, then you need to make a will with terms and conditions, right? Why we say put a term and condition? If you give everything right away, they will do something for you sometime. They might not care about you. It's good to keep some terms and conditions and then to make a will. Because as Buddhists, we know anytime we can die. Anytime. whether you follow Buddhism or not. We don't know when we're going to die. We have to get ready for that. How to get ready for that? Every morning you are thinking, today I don't know whether I will die or not. That is not the Buddhist way. We will die, but until we die, we are happily spending our day. That happiness is mindfulness. Not that every morning there are people practicing Marananusati. Put a skeleton in front of their room, looking at the skeleton. Oh, see, bones, right? And different parts of the body, heart, practicing Asubha, throughout the whole day. So I think the death has come already to them, right? Before they die. You don't have to die before you die. So that means you know you are dying, but until you die, you're going to be happy. That is true Buddhism. Understanding anicca and all that. So now here, then if you know you are going to die, you need to create a plan for the next part. Now, it's very important. It's a very important thing. Otherwise, if you don't make that plan, you are creating a big mess leaving behind you. Right? I think you may have seen those issues. Those issues are starting once you passed away. You can see the problems, fights that are happening. Right? So anyways, what you need to do is that if you want to protect, if you want to preserve your wealth, please watch for what you call protection from government, protection from fire, protection from what else? Water, and protection from
This.
theft, protection from protection from getting protection from taking your wealth by the people that you don't like.
Make a will.
Yeah, that's the only way. I mean, you make a will. You make a will with terms and conditions. That is good, right? That's a very good thing. So these are the areas you have to think about when it comes to protection and preservation of your wealth. Okay. Now, I want to show you another sutta for that, especially with regard to this protection. Let's go take a look at a sutta called Kula Sutta. This sutta is pretty interesting with regard to today. Okay. Families. What does it say? Why families lose wealth? This is Anguttara Nikaya's 4.258. See one translation. Monks, and Buddha is talking to monks, when families don't stay wealthy for long, it's always for one or more of these four reasons. There may be one or four reasons why families don't stay wealthy consistently. Number one, they don't look for what is lost. Let's go to the Pali one. Interesting to see. In Pali, it is said, Yani kanichi bhikkave kulani bhogesu mahattan pattani na chirakritikani bhavanti. Sabbanitani chatuhitani ete sangva anyata. Number one, nattang na gave santi. If you want your household to be wealthy, rich, consistently, you must watch for the lost stuff. What are those lost things? Let's say you have your house, but you are not watching for the things that are being damaged, broken, lost on a daily basis. Can you tell me an example from your own household life?
Like there's a roof leak, Bhante, then you don't take action, then
There
after
happens.
that
There
attacked by termites.
Yeah, I think roof leak is such a very important maintenance, right? You can't just leave having the roof leak. Let's take another one, like a normal thing. People sometimes overlook it.
One day the underground water pipe burst already. And then only the
You're picking
following
up this
month,
underground.
only
Yes.
the following month I found the bill was so high. Then I realized, oh no, there must be somewhere the underground piping has burst. Then go and
Okay.
identify it's in the garden. So the
Okay.
pipe already broken. So you
Okay.
can't see, but it's underground.
Is it because of the water pressure?
Yeah, and maybe also many years, 20 over years. So it just
So
the pipe wasn't.
wear and tear of the pipeline.
Faulty
So the-
wires, Bhante. Faulty electrical wires.
Yeah.
Electrical
Faulty.
wires. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say you overlook it. Okay, maybe next year we're gonna do the repair, but every day damage is happening, and one day it's gonna be a big loss to you. And what else? What are the other things?
The
Regular
trees-
maintenance.
Trees, the roots went over to the drain area and have multiplied and then can affect the foundation. If you are not aware, very dangerous.
Yeah, roots. Roots.
Yeah. Cannot
Termite,
put near to
yeah,
the
roots.
drain.
Yeah. What are the domestic things inside the house?
Must
termites.
do regular maintenance, Bhante.
Regular maintenance. Can you give me an
Yeah.
example? How does not doing the regular maintenance cause some very big damages one day?
Termite.
One example.
Termite.
We'll ask from Kim. Yeah, Kim, go ahead.
No, if you spot any like little wrong in the house, like something that's not right, you have to put it right. Don't wait for it to become big, then only you get people to attend to it. Like your lightings, if it's not functioning, your wiring, it could be due to some fault. Oh, never mind, because only this lighting, the others are all working. So no, maybe it's the wiring. So you got to look into that.
Yeah, those small minor things can become big
Yeah,
things.
minor things. Don't wait until it's big, then only you get people
Yeah.
to come in.
Yes.
The water storage tank also, Bhante.
Water storage. Others, what are the other small things that you may have overlooked, oversighted, but later on it became a big issue? What about a crack on a wall?
Crack, yeah.
You don't look at it like seriously, just a small crack. But as time goes by, you see the crack is being big and the whole wall is affected. Maybe there is something you should have done, right? A crack. There are a lot of things. The Buddha said, if you want your wealth to be consistent, you must look for daily damages before they become a very big damage, right? I think if you have a financial problem, that is something that you might consider, but if you wait, the cost might be
more.
huge. This happens to some old places, very, very old hotels, old places. They don't do the daily maintenances. Then after 10, 15 years, the whole hotel is going to give a very big cost. They can't even do it. They can't repair the whole hotel because it's so old and you can't renovate the whole hotel now. But if they had done enough, repairs at that time, things have been better. But if you overlook, then finally you can't compete with your, competitors as well. So it's very important to maintain. Number two, for a family to stay consistently wealthy is that, you can see here, jinnang patisankaronti. Now the first one is you have to take care of look for the damaged one. Second one is, you can see here, they don't fix all things. That's very interesting. All things must be repaired, right? If you don't repair the old things, the same thing will happen. There will be a big cost that you will have to go through to make it one day, right? All things must be repaired. I'm not saying that someone is using a car and then understanding, oh, this car has a mileage, So once I hit the mileage, I had to trade in my car, right? Otherwise, I can't sell it to somebody. People are looking in different ways, right? When you having this old stuff, right? So the Buddha said, if you want to keep your wealth consistent, you have to repair the old stuff as necessary. Second. Third one that you need to stay wealthy, they eat and drink too much. Party people, every day they want to go for a dinner, socialize too much. That is such a very hindrance for family to stay wealthy, right? So it's very important. You might go for a dinner or that kind of a thing once in a while, but not every day, not every week, right? The Buddha said you will get into issues with regard to staying consistent with your money. Last one is very interesting too. Last one is they mean family put an unethical woman or man in charge of the house. Who is this unethical person? Those who have no precepts. Ethical person must be the breadwinner of the family. Maybe someone who is, every family is different. Right? Some families run by the wife, some families run by the man, husband. We never know who is running the family. But whoever is running the family must be someone who has some amount of precepts, some amount of panchasila, right? Because if the person who is running the panchasila, if the person who's running the household not having enough panchasila, then the whole family is going to ruin at a certain point. Now, what is this Kula Sutta saying? Maybe I'm going to send this to you, to the chat, so you will take note of this sutta. Okay, the name is Kula Sutta. Okay, Kula Sutta. So you will maybe bookmark this sutta. So what we need to understand here is that, going back to our main sutta here, now the Buddha asks the Vyaggapacha, Dīghajāṇu, that if you want to succeed in your lay life as a rich, good person, succeed, you have to protect your wealth from government, thieves, fire, water, and planning for what is happening to your wealth and money when you pass away. Ayang uccati vyaggapacha ārakkhasampadā. How to plan? You need to protect your money well. You have to preserve, maintain your money well. All right. Now, we may go for questions at this point. If you have any question about this, we may discuss that. Any questions for ārakkhasampadā? Are you doing ārakkhasampadā already?
Yes.
In my own way, right? But now you have to do it in the Buddhist way, the way how the Buddha is talking in the Vyaggapaja Sutta, Dīghajāṇu Sutta. Yeah, what are the questions you have? Yes.
Bhante, what about managing termites? What about managing termites in the house without killing lives?
Managing termites.
Yeah.
Yes,
Without
termites.
to kill the lives of.
Okay,
like
number one is that make a household where you don't invite termites to come.
Prevention.
That's number one. Okay, let's say you pass that moment, now termites already come into the house. So you can't, either you have to live in the house or you have to let termites live in the house. You have to make a decision now. The termites won't go back again. They are making their own places. So you have to have a plan for this thing.
Before building, Bhante, before building,
now he has passed that stage already.
Mm.
So if you have passed that stage already, you have to make a decision at that. That's why sometimes if we don't do the necessary things, actually, how come termites are making their places? That means we are not cleaning the house regularly. That may be one thing. Or we are not watching over the certain places in our house.
No treatment.
Huh?
And treatment.
Yeah, sometimes there are people who are spraying certain chemicals, so they are not coming. So we can do a lot of things actually. But if you pass those stages now and termites have come in, that's why you're going to be very difficult situation, what to do now. At that point, you may have to go through pest control. There's no other way. That's why Buddhists are asked to take care of your household. Keep the place clean and tidy. Watch for the lost places. Watch for the broken stuff. Repair the place.
But Bhante,
yes,
we have neighbors who have the termites and they keep coming to your house, So although we do the protection, because the ceiling is open, the termites can just travel from one house to another.
Yeah.
Every time. So we do get a contract by for the termites every year. They still do come. We have to be more vigilant lah. So that controls it a bit. But for other people who may not have the money to pay, because the contract is very expensive, about at least 500 for 1,000 over to for beginning, and every year the renew contract is about 400 ringgit. So for those who are poor, they will have difficulty really renewing, and the termites can just come from neighbors who don't want to treat their house. So that could be a problem.
I don't know whether you can ask city officials to intervene, because this could be a widespread issue in the area, right? I mean, if it poses a risk to all the households in the area, maybe they can do something like what they do for the mosquitoes. You know, they spray the gas in the whole area. So maybe they could do something, because, yeah, maybe you can think about different avenues. Yeah. Any other questions? Yes. About today, ārakkhasampadā.
Bhante, for fire protection, it's also good to have this smoke detector.
Smoke alarms, detectors,
Detectors, alarms.
Yeah.
So that will
I think we need to keep an eye on new gadgets, new things too, in case if they are going to be okay, because in your household there are a lot of people, right? So depending on the situation. So
like when we go to hotels, the first thing we look out for is where is the exit and escape routes. And I learned it from the Americans when I go on tour, there. So they will even go right down to the bottom of the floor to see whether the exit doors are locked. Normally they are locked, so they can trap people in as well.
Yeah.
Learn from them. Just put down the luggage and you will look where's the fire escape.
Yes.
And whether the door is can be opened or not.
Yeah. The reason is that many North Americans, they are very conscious because there is a gas pipe comes to their house directly.
Yes.
Not like in the Asia, because in take on Canada and Americans, because they have winter for 9-8 months. So they are using gas connection to the house directly. So they are taking a lot of risk with regard to protecting their household. Anytime gas can can be burst. But Asia, you don't have it. Your gas pipes are not coming to your household unless you buy a gas cylinder. That's why they are looking for the way out all the time. It's embedded in their thinking. Yes, to break it and go. Okay. ārakkhasampadā. Looks like you are doing that already. I mean.
And for overgrown trees, Bhante, the old ones, you should also look out for rotting trees, so that branches sometimes just drop and really harm, risk to our property and lives also.
Yeah, it's something that you can think about. Any other questions? Do you think that awareness is very important for all this?
Yes.
Awareness, right? Normally, you think that awareness is something that should come within your practice time, right? And you do meditation.
Mindful also, Bhante, have to be very mindful with what you have. Like let's say you on the gas already, or whatever, before you leave and lock your house, you have to make sure, check.
Yeah, the daily awareness. Daily awareness is very important. And with regard to sometimes not being able to turn off the certain equipments, right, it can also be a problem.
Yeah.
Right? That's why some parents don't like children cook, right? They might not turn off the gas cylinder and then all that, right?
Also
So that
very
means,
dangerous, Bhante. Dangerous with those elderly who are suffering from dementia or Alzheimer disease. They cannot be independent living already because
yes,
they leave the fire on and they've forgotten. Very dangerous.
yes, yes.
That's why it's important, Bhante, to have this whistling kettle, where when once the water is boiling, it will start to whistle. So
Yeah. It's a good thing. Yes, yes. All right. So if there are no questions, we will take 1 more minute. If not, we're going to transfer good karmas at this point. If you have any question with regard to ārakkhasampadā, you may ask. Sometimes it's not that we take care of us from these issues. We may need to be kind to other people's situation. They may have like dementia, some kind of forgetfulness, right? Being a kind of a supportive person in a way. Okay, looks like there are no questions. So we're going to transfer all these good karmas to the departed ones and Devanaga Mahidika. May all the good karmas we be making today be transferred to departed ones who passed away in the name of all of us. May they be well and happy, and may they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idang mi nyati nang huntu, sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang mi nyati nang huntu, sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang mi nyati nang huntu, sukita huntu nyatayo. May Deva, Naga, Mahidika receive all these good karmas. May they be well and happy. May they protect and bless all of you for good health, quality of life, prosperity, safety, and happiness. May they also finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavata cha amhehi sambhatang punya sankadam. Sabbe deva anudar sabbasang patisindhya. Ittavata amhehi sambhatang punya sankadam. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbasang patisindhya. Ittavata amhehi sambhatang punya sankadam. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabbasang patisindhya. Ākasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahittika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu sasanang. Ākasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahittika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu desanang. Ākasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahittika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu mang parang chirang rakhantu tvam sada. Dhammavish. Dhammavish is to be surrounded with Kalyana Mittas. May we be able to be surrounded with Kalyana Mittas, more Kalyana Mittas. At the same time, may we become Kalyana Mittas to as many sentient beings as we meet in our sansaric journey till we attain Nibbana. With this beautiful wish, we are going to recite this stanza. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo yava nibbana pattiya. Finally, may all the good karmas we be making today by learning about ārakkhasampadā, how to protect our wealth with regard to protection and then preservation, or I would say maintenance, from the setbacks which the Buddha mentioned, which is very important for you. So may all those good karmas we've been creating through this understanding be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silissa nichang vadha pachāino chattaru dhamma vadhanti ayuvanu sukhang balam ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha Atu nibbana sampatti iminati samicchatu sadhu sadhu sadhu. Okay, so with these blessings, wishing you a pleasant night. Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you
Bhante.
so much, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu,
Thank you,
sadhu.
Bhante. Sadhu,
Good
sadhu.
night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you,
See you all
Bhante.
again.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Good
have a
night.
good day.